When they don't respect you, let distance do what words never could. Being too available doesn't make you more loved. It makes you easier to forget. And the ones who forget your worth when you're near will remember it in your absence. You tried. You really did. You were kind when you could have been cold. Patient when you had every reason not to be. You showed up. You stayed consistent. You gave your time, your trust, your loyalty. But what did you get in return? Dismissal, minimization, disrespect. Let's be real. Nothing stings quite like being taken for granted. Not by strangers, but by the ones you hoped would see you. It's a quiet betrayal, isn't it? Not the dramatic kind that leaves ruins. It's the kind that wears you down slowly, message by message, silence by silence, until one day you realize your value was never the problem. It was their vision. But here's where the story changes if you let it. You don't need to argue. You don't need to prove how much you care, how much you gave, how much they missed. You only need to do one thing: remove your presence. Because your energy is not a gift to be wasted. It's a mirror. And when they no longer see you in it, that's when the truth begins to hurt. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, let's call him Elijah, the reliable one, the anchor in every storm. His friends called when they needed something. His family leaned on him. He was the one everyone could depend on except when he needed something in return. He noticed it slowly. Birthdays forgotten, victories uncelebrated, his silence never questioned, his absence never noticed. At first he thought maybe he was asking too much. Maybe he should be more patient, more giving, more invisible. Then one morning he made a decision. No grand speech, no ultimatums. He simply stopped showing up, not to hurt anyone, but to see who would notice. Weeks passed, then months, and eventually a strange thing happened. The phone stayed silent, and that silence at first felt like abandonment, but over time it transformed into something else: clarity. Elijah didn't lose anything. He just discovered what was never truly his. So what do you do when you're not respected? First, stop explaining. If someone can't see your worth without a lecture, they're not ready to receive your presence. Second, don't beg for reciprocity. It's either mutual or manipulation. And chasing validation only leads you further from self-respect. Third, walk away with peace, not bitterness. Because your absence is not revenge, it's revelation. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And nothing wastes more life than begging someone to see what's always been in front of them." Let me give you another story. A woman named Elena, a partner in a 5-year relationship, supportive, loyal, loving. But slowly she noticed her love had become expected, not appreciated. Every effort taken for granted, every boundary crossed in silence. She tried to talk, to explain, to hold the relationship up by herself. But the more she gave, the more she disappeared, until one day she didn't explain. She just packed her things, left a note that said, "Take care of yourself," and walked out. No anger, no revenge. Just a woman who remembered who she was before she was ignored. Months later, her ex called, pleaded, said all the right things. But Elena, she'd already healed. And she knew something few people ever learn. Some apologies don't need to be rejected. They just need to be outlived. So what can you take from this? If they don't call, don't chase. If they don't value you, don't convince. If they don't respect you, don't stay. Your peace is too expensive to be auctioned off to people who don't even know how to bid. And here's the twist. The ones who truly belong in your life won't need to be reminded of your worth. They'll feel it even in your silence, especially in your absence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." You don't argue your worth. You don't fight for recognition. You simply become undeniable by what you withhold, not just what you give. So the next time they don't respect you, don't explain, don't defend, just take a step back. Let the silence echo. Let the absence teach. Let the distance define what your words never could, because sometimes the strongest thing you can say is nothing at all. If this spoke to something deep inside you, don't let the moment fade. Leave a comment, share your silent story. When did you step back? What did it teach you? And what did they realize too late? Your voice may be quiet now, but your silence might be someone else's awakening. If that matters to you, stay with us. Subscribe, reflect, and let your silence keep echoing forward.